Today we're taking a bit of a special look at StarCraft 2, and more specifically a mod for StarCraft 2 called StarCraft Mass Recall, which is a remake of StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 1 Brood War campaigns in the StarCraft 2 engine, which is pretty darn cool.
Yeah, we've been wanting to do this for a long time. In fact, I think we even mentioned it in one or two videos at least. And
we don't know which though, so
yeah, feel free to point it out. But basically, we're such huge fans of the first StarCraft for various reasons. We still like StarCraft 2, don't we? But
yeah, we do.
We're just huge fans of both the old Warcraft, but also the StarCraft games.
The StarCraft 1 games have nostalgia, and here you have this free campaign from the original StarCraft game, and the three last ones here are the ones from the Brood War expansion. So every single mission, and also the cinematics are in the game, which is pretty cool, and it's been interlinked to work perfectly. I don't even know how they pulled this off. This is really
yeah, it's really cool.
Impressive.
We sneak peeked a bit, and the resolution and stuff is just fantastic.
Yeah, this is. It's just some tweaks here and there, but otherwise it would be like the ultimate way to play StarCraft 1, which is pretty weird. But we could get started here right now. This is episode 1 of the episode 1 of the campaign here.
Yeah,
so the Terran campaign, which is the starting one with the tutorial and everything. So that will be fun, right?
Yeah.
Let's press play. And also like how you don't have to load separately to get the.
Oh yeah, the cinematics
and stuff.
Yeah, it used to be like that.
It's just integrated.
Who are these guys anyway? They're just random hicks.
Yeah, I think so.
But I love StarCraft. It's basically like you're out in the Nevada desert or something, but you're in space.
It does have those influences. Plus, with the whole Confederacy and everything like that. They speak with a bit of Southern.
Yeah, there's a bit of an American influence to this game.
Yeah, so it's almost like, in a way, space western.
Yeah, I love how crude this is, because in the newer StarCraft games, it's a bit more space-y. Here it's more like, essentially a bit like the TV series Firefly. There's a lot of parallels between the two, I think. It's a bit more rugged, and it's a bit more... There's just something that I enjoy more about this sort of... I can't quite put my finger on it.
I think a part of it is that the StarCraft 2 lore and stuff like that is a bit over-explained, a bit...
and the lore itself isn't even that good. That's the thing. Here it's sort of... You start out with these just hicks smoking in a spaceship, but it turns out to be quite a profound story later, with a lot of, even existential storylines about later when you get to the Protoss and Zerg and stuff like that.
Yeah, it feels a bit more dark, gritty in a way.
Yeah, kind of like Warcraft games in general. They used to be more dark and gritty, and now they're sort of...
That could also be partly nostalgia, but you're a bit more... Like, there's more exposition when it comes to the story in StarCraft 2 than it is in StarCraft 1. It tries to explain itself a bit too much. Maybe in StarCraft 2.
Yeah. Hang on, I barely remember this part of the... the explosions are fantastic.
Oh, yeah. These cinematics were top-notch when the...
Yeah, I remember thinking they still had a very good... They kept their own for quite a while, but seeing them now, of course, it was 1997, it's almost 2017.
Yeah.
It's 20 years later. Crazy, if you think about it. It's still good considering that, especially for games, because games we're so used to these days being fed almost movie quality cinematics in games, but
especially when it comes from Blizzard.
Yeah. What kind of movies were released in 1997?
I don't know.
Titanic?
I think Titanic was a bit earlier than that.
Can't really compare it though.
Oh.
Okay, didn't really see this before.
In a decade since the end of the Guild Wars. Oh,
Guild Wars!
That brings me back to the famous MMORPG. The oppressive Terran Confederacy has stood unchallenged in the supremacy of colonized space. All of that changed 4 days ago when a large alien fleet emerged from warp space and laid waste to the unsuspecting Confederate colony of Chao Sara. The Confederacy, fearing that the alien fleet's next target will be the colony of Marsara, has sent you to intervene. Acting as magistrate, you have to safeguard the colonists and keep the state of panic from escalating.
So essentially, we are the magistrate.
Yes.
We frequently get...
How would we get past this?
I don't know.
Oh, it was spacebar.
Okay. We frequently get well, like here, for example, I think we
Welcome
get
to
titles as.
Marsara, Magistrate.
Yeah, here we go.
The equipment demonstration you requested is prepared and may be initiated.
So this is obviously
at
all
your
new
convenience.
with the
Simply
StarCraft 2
select
models.
Start to begin
Yes.
the demonstration. You may skip
Yeah, this
the
is very
demonstration
tutorial.
by
We could skip
selecting
it,
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah, just
which probably
skip it.
makes more sense because there's no story here
No,
to be had.
it was just a bit of Raymond Duke, is that his name? He made a bit of an appearance.
Edmund
Duke.
Raymond. Everybody loves Raymond.
Everybody loves Edmund.
Adjutant online. Good evening,
Like
Magistrate.
this, I miss
I'll
from
fill you on
in like
what's gonna
StarCraft 2.
happen.
This whole part of the conference system.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's basically like you're having a Skype conference before each mission. It's a bit bizarre in hindsight, actually.
But this was so iconic in a way to StarCraft 1.
Recent Protoss destruction of the Shazar colony. I mean, by this time when you played it as a kid, because we were kids when we played this, we had no idea what was going on at all.
No, but it was just cool.
It was really
This
cool.
is the wrong model. Also, this is the model of the battle cruiser of StarCraft 2.
Yeah.
Or maybe one of the special
I think it's
battle
one of the
cruisers.
special ones.
But this is not Edmund Duke in any way.
No.
Edmund Duke is bald and quite chubby.
Yeah, he's like an old man. Well, I don't know how to say it, but
He's
it's
an
like,
old man, yeah. This is definitely not an old man.
Yeah, but you know, he's not fancy or anything. I think he's an admiral of some kind.
Yeah,
but he definitely doesn't look like one. He just looks like a sort of yard worker.
Yeah, and here we introduced to Raynor, James Raynor, which is
Very briefly though.
incredibly iconic character when it comes to
a bit iconic.
And it's more like, by the way, he's like a local marshal, whatever.
I like Marshal, by the way, because I think that I used to think that they meant like Marshal as in the military rank, but they obviously mean like the sort of police rank. But I thought, wow, Marshal, he's really, you know...
Once again,
high up.
American West sort of thing, and here we start with 5 Marines and 5 SCVs. And of course, they have the voice acting from the original
fantastic. That's one of the main reasons we wanted to
go.
check this mod out almost, because we're so... I mean, we probably belong to the people who play... there are these like YouTube clips of like old... what's it called? Oh, here's Raynor, by the way.
Yeah, compilations of all the quotes.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's all.
That's all we get to know
Hello,
about.
I'm the main
Raynor.
character almost in this game series, but I'm just the marshal of these.
Oh yeah. Okay, we should maybe get the SCVs out of the way so they
Probably.
don't get killed.
Did you lose one?
No, but the one that got really close to dying.
Oh.
And we got a little base here.
Hooray!
I'm pretty sure that in the original, like this was neutral until you approached it, and then you kind of like wing wing, and then
Yeah.
maybe, like maybe I'm just imagining it.
Do you see a flag there on the buildings? That's new. That's sort of a Confederacy flag.
Yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
Confederacy flag.
Yeah,
That's definitely Confederacy.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, indeed. In fact, we could have lost one guy.
Base is
Oh, I thought you meant losing. You know,
SV.
I thought you meant SV.
Ah,
But
okay.
I think we did.
I think I maybe did mean that, but didn't specify.
We did lose. So what we need to do? We need to build a barracks.
Yes.
There we go to barracks. Let's go build that.
And
Train
10
Marines. Yeah, and to do that we
It's
need to
quite
build
steep.
a supply depot.
Yeah.
It's pretty clear, and we should probably get like one more SVs, and beyond that we could just really explore the wasteland. This is the first mission is like with all of these games, it's very short. And kind of just go around, kill a little bit, build up a base according to
make yourself
like a
familiar.
list. And after that, you kind of get into the meatier part. Like
Oh,
I
wow.
remember trying to play these, like StarCraft 1. I think it must have been like 5 years ago, but by this point. But I remember getting to like the 10th or 11th mission, and it becomes really damn difficult.
Yeah, I mean,
No, we lost an SV.
I have horrible
terrible.
memories of. There are these missions where you're usually like, I remember there's like 2 or 3 of them at least, where there's like, oh, we've a transport ship has been shot down in sort of in the middle of a Zerg sector, and we built the base right outside it, and you now need to go and save those people. And it's this massive base always, and it's almost impossible to get there. I remember, you know, as a kid, I always cheated because there was just no way of, you know, I just didn't have enough skill, and there were, I remember. Do you remember any of the cheat codes? Was it Black Sheep Wall, or was that Age of Empires?
No, but I do remember cheat code for Warcraft 3 though. all your base are belong to us.
Of course.
Which is very classic.
By the way, I'm just pointing out. I mean, this has to be a bit more difficult than the original, right? I remember the original kind of like this Warcraft 2 variant, where you just sort of go and deal with like 4 camps of 3 units or something. But they've actually like attacked your base and stuff here, so
it just could be that we're terrible at the game.
It could be.
We could be better at the game before, like in the past. We could have been like much better.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you and I have played quite a lot of StarCraft 2. We should mention, just not in a long while at all. I mean, our verdict of the general, we like it, even though obviously. We like it as much as we can like it for being nostalgic bastards, basically.
Yeah, I still think that it's a good game.
Yeah, it is, and the expansions are good. It's just that I... Can you remember now, did we like Heart of the Swarm, or... what's that other one called, the Portals one?
Latest one?
Yeah.
The latest one
Sons
was
of
Legacy
Fire?
of the Void.
Legacy of the Void, that's it.
Son of Fire, what?
No, it was Son of Ire or something like that. Another base attack.
Well, kind of need to get running.
But I remember we thought one of those expansions was pretty bad story-wise, mainly. I mean,
I wasn't a big
gameplay-wise.
fan of... actually, I think both of them have fairly big weaknesses. Like Heart of the Swarm, the story there was a bit disappointing. Like, I thought that would be more interesting with Kerrigan. Like, okay, spoilers. Okay, so basically, to avoid spoilers, I'd say that both of the campaigns, like mission-wise, they're really good. Mechanics-wise and everything like that, very inventive and stuff like that. Can I also point out that you didn't actually have to train 10 Marines. You actually had to have.
Oh,
10
okay.
Marines.
So the objective was wrong.
Yeah.
Inherently wrong. Ooh, we get these.
This is yeah.
6 minutes. Well done. Well done.
Well done indeed.
Continue. You almost quit the campaign already.
Quit campaign. Let's do one more mission. Let's see. Oh yeah, we get another. Yeah. Yeah. Mission design really good.
Yeah.
But like the story behind it, no.
I like how you summarize. Just
no. I don't want to, okay, so you can actually change the difficulty here.
Oh, and they're named Adjutant.
What's up, man? Got your refugees tucked in nice and tight. Provide you can
What?
sidestep any more surprises for
He's talking to us.
Keep
Yeah.
away from those critters. They should have an easy time.
Priority alert. Backwater station under attack by unknown alien organisms. Distress beacon activated at 0658. Alerting Confederate headquarters on Tarsonis.
Tarsonis. Yeah, we reacted the same way.
We've already received the distress beacon from Backwater.
There's
and we're
Raymond the Duke.
You'll be notified if there's anything we think you need to know.
Oh, right, because they don't really like Raynor, really. Or maybe they like him, but they're just like idiots, basically, and Raynor is the good guy here.
Yeah, Raynor's just trying to do...
Enough briefing. I have to say, though, it's very... I love consistency, especially like when it's during like a franchise that spanned over so many years as the StarCraft one, and the voice of Jim Raynor is exactly the same. I mean, of course, it's the same actor, but I mean, he sounds exactly the same as in StarCraft 2. And
Is it like he...
Oh, I like that, where people come first.
Where people come first. Like he's a bit different though in StarCraft 2.
Yeah, I mean, of course, but I mean, you know, considering there's like 20 years apart, I think it's really similar. But I mean, obviously,
I think most of change is due to his looks.
Yeah.
And the model in the game here is the StarCraft 2 version.
Yeah, I mean, what is up with that? He used to be completely different looks-wise. He used to be bald. Bit of graphic glitches here, but that's fine. I can live with that.
Yeah, no big problem.
I mean, I think there's so much effort that's been put to this. I mean, so far we played one level, but still.
Yeah, and we are going now for the second level, and we only start with 2 SCVs, so we have to expand our production quite quickly.
Yeah, I mean, could it
go
be that
forward.
they increased the difficulty a bit?
It could be.
Because that would
Definitely.
be pretty cool in a way. But I mean, they definitely don't need to do it later on, because that, as we mentioned, was hard enough.
Oh no, we're dying here. Raynor can take a hit.
Yeah, he's our tank for the moment.
He's our kind of guy. Well, here are the spore creatures. We can't actually select it for some reason.
It is funny. I mean, now in StarCraft 2, I clearly see that is, or clearly, but I can imagine that is a sort of motorcycle that he's riding there. The what are they called? unit type that Raynor is.
I don't remember actually what they're called.
Yeah, hover mechanical. Oh.
Hovercraft, maybe hover bike.
Yeah, it is a bike anyway, and
It is a bike.
but there was no way of seeing that in StarCraft 1. I just thought it was like a ground speeder spaceship kind of.
Yeah.
I guess it kind of is, but I just thought it was like. I think I thought that he was behind some kind of like an X-wing in Star Wars. That he was behind one of those like, what do you call them, doors or roofs or those things that go down, glass encasings. I don't know.
Those things that go down.
Yeah, the things that go down over your head when you sit in the spaceship. I mean, I'm really struggling
cockpit,
for the word.
right?
Yeah, I mean, kind of, but I mean, that you're actually sitting in a cockpit. He's just sitting on a bike, as far as I know.
Yeah, pretty much. He's a bit lazy like that.
Yeah.
He could get out and walking around. Didn't he have another? Or am I thinking of the wrong thing? Like he has another. What am I talking about?
I don't know.
Like another model in the game.
Yeah, he switches later on. I mean, he does become a battle cruiser, of course.
Yes. Oh yeah, that was one.
Yeah.
Like some.
Oh, nice repair there.
I think the biggest example is the Almighty Phoenix.
Yeah, who, funnily enough, made an appearance now in. I was gonna say Sons of Ire again. I don't know
Wait,
why.
why are you spoiling things? Though?
It's not really a spoiler, though.
Well, I mean, they say that it's him, but in my version, it's not him. There's no way it's him. It's for heresy.
Yeah,
Heresy
I mean, I was
is
going to get to
translation.
that it's not really. I mean, it is sort of, but it's still not. And I was a bit.
Oh shit!
What's the opposite to impressed?
Unimpressed?
Yeah, by just the general sort of idea that hey, here we have a character that you used to like, and now he's different, and it actually isn't him. And yeah, I don't know.
I think half the reason I like him is that like we have a lot of nostalgia for Warcraft games and Blizzard games, though. I should say.
Yeah.
And one of the main voice actor for Warcraft 2 and a lot of the things in StarCraft and stuff like that, Bill Roper was the voice of Phoenix. So when I heard about Phoenix, I was like, will it be him in StarCraft 2 as well? No, it's a different
No,
guy,
it's a
of course.
robot.
Yeah, it's very disappointing.
But it would have been highly surprising if it was Bill.
Oh, it would be, but-
because he and Blizzard don't get along too well, as far as I know.
Yeah, we should ask Chris Metzen.
No, we really don't want to talk to him at all. I mean, he's like the stepdad of the StarCraft family. You really don't like him. He's a jerk.
Well, I mean, we at least I don't know. I just want maybe we should talk to Bill Roper then and see what he says.
Yeah, he's
Oh, yeah, I forgot
our
about
biological
this.
dad. Oh, right. I mean, this is the village we're supposed to.
So we've been living down there for ages, just trying to build up.
Yeah, but we needed to do that anyway, I guess. Okay, so now we have another base, right?
Yeah, we could probably move over some of these.
Eradicate the alien infestation. It's a bit unclear what that actually means. Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, need a light.
Ah, fantastic. I thought they were aliens first because they look so different.
These.
They're
These are
tiny
awesome.
though. I remember they used to be huge. Like
Yeah.
physically.
But now we have medics.
What? Already medics? In the second level?
Yeah,
Is that really how it was? Or?
it was like that.
Okay.
Like yeah, or
And without, in StarCraft 2 or like games of this nature these days, you usually like introduce them specifically. Like, oh, here you have a new unit. This is how you use it. Here's just like, yeah, medics. Here you go.
Yeah.
Have fun.
But at least we needed medics.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we're taking a lot of damage. The Marines are really nothing to hang in your Christmas tree.
I love the sound of them exiting.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
I don't know why this is incredibly nerdy, I must say.
It is.
Incredibly
I mean, but it's an audio-visual experience. That's what it is. Oh, goodness me.
Okay, this is not really well planned at all, and I'm
Yeah.
reaching for the wrong letters to
Yeah.
do things with. So we're going to lose a lot of men here.
Yeah, but I'm surprised at how many survived still.
Yeah.
But it's the damn firebats. They're amazingly, frontline warriors.
Yeah, they're also a bit smaller than I remember them.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But
that
I must say
they're
one thing
physically-
about this mod. I'm really impressed how the level, like I remember this level quite well in my head. I'm not showing it by the gameplay, but
Yeah.
I remember it in my head at least. you know, the layout, the structure, and things that happen in it. And so far, it's spot on all accounts.
Yeah, there's a few like minor graphic glitches, but that's nothing that bothers the experience anyway. To me.
No, not to such an extent that it would
Good lord, there are a lot of Zerg.
There is a lot of Zerg.
So the alien infestation is essentially just the Zerg.
Yeah,
Eradicated
it
Zerg.
is.
I think you're gonna need more units, to be honest.
I think so too. Let's get rid of it. Get rid of
This current pace.
Let's get out of here. Are we going to lose all of these?
I get some fire bats. We have no
in here.
complete retreat.
Yeah, we lost everything.
This has to be more difficult than it was in.
It must be.
I mean, oh no! And we were just talking about how easily the.
But you could get inside. No wait, that's in
Age of Empires. No,
that's in StarCraft 2.
Yeah.
That you get inside. Yeah. See, I've been used to StarCraft 2 now for a bit too long. We are getting, all kinds of murder.
I think you. This is coming from me. I think you were a bit too offensive,
well,
and that's me.
As you said, this game is probably a bit harder than the original.
Must be.
Because I was, remembering it. You can build a fairly big army and then you go for it. Especially in the first couple of missions. But here it's like impossible. They've annihilated everything we have here. Everything we stand for is just dead. Okay, maybe not that.
Yeah. Well, our ideals they just vanished.
Yeah. Stomping
our
us.
ideals of not attacking.
We're friendly. But I do, as I said, with the whole Mr. thing, they don't call it Zerg outright, and alien infestation.
That's
no one
true.
really knows what it is. And
funnily enough, they mentioned the Protoss before they mentioned the Zerg. Didn't they?
Yeah, but even the Protoss were mentioned as a kind of, these assholes are around here, but we don't know who they are. These alien ships that are in orbit. We don't know what they want. We don't know who they want.
Yeah. Have we mentioned the music in it, by the way? This soundtrack is fantastic.
Yes, this is
bloody-tastic.
Amazing. And we are losing.
That's something, I mean, that's of course the nostalgia factor as well, but that's something that I don't think they managed to replicate in StarCraft 2 that well. I mean,
no, not to the extent, but they do have some really good music in StarCraft 2 as well.
Yeah. Oh no, that's slowly burning down, yeah.
I mean, this is, we're getting really hard attacks on us.
Yeah.
Which is shocking. Used to this mission being easy. You just attack them and they fall over and die.
I don't really remember this particular one, I have to say. It was quite a while since I played StarCraft 1 though, but still.
Well, now at least we have some
difference. As soon as you have those fire bats and a couple medics, that's usually all you need. The Zergs are really, I mean, we talk about Marines being weak. The Zerglings are
yeah, but I mean the best thing you can do, and I'm talking about StarCraft 2, most fun is basically to play against some weak AI, so they have a lot of units, but they don't know what to do with them. You build up a massive base, take all the bases in the world, and then take out 400 Zerglings with the fastest speed and the fastest attack, and just kind of select them all, click on the other side of the map, everything just dies.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I really like about StarCraft 2, also the sort of massive scale of it, because it's one thing that I'm annoyed by in old strategy games is like in the cinematics you see amount of troops that you could never hope to have in the actual while you're playing, and I always thought that was a bit like underwhelming. That's maybe the word I was looking for earlier. But in StarCraft 2 it really feels like you can control as many units as you see in the cinematics. It's just more sort of grand, and you feel like, it's just not like 10 people, it's like 100 people.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but also I'm a bit disappointed that strategy games overall have fallen as of late. Like
RTSs,
StarCraft 2 is basically the only good one. The problem is that there's some, both indie games and a bit more high-profile games that come out, but they're not really well polished, in my opinion. A lot of them are missing something that makes them a bit more special. And StarCraft 2 is the only one in recent times that have really nailed all of that. Like most of them just try to do strategy, but they lack an interesting theme, interesting unit, interesting gameplay overall.
Yeah, well, that's sort of, for me, that's the main ingredients missing. Just like, you know, I haven't seen an RTS with a good story in a long while, and if there's not a good story, then that's sort of you know, you're not interested in playing the game. Then to me there has to be an incentive to why you want to continue playing. It can't just be about, because everyone, like, you know, base building and stuff, that's only fun up to a certain point, and it only serves a purpose up to a certain point, but you need to flesh that purpose out a bit with, you know, like you said, like themes and surrounding things, like you know, story characters. Obviously, you know, I haven't seen a Jim Raynor. Not that he's like a fantastic character or anything, but he's still something.
Yes, and I would love to have, you know, RTS overall making a comeback. I'm waiting for that time.
Yeah.
For a long time. For example, CRPGs or computer RPGs like Baldur's Gate, like Icewind Dale, Planescape Torment, etc., etc., etc. They were dead for over a decade.
Yeah.
Right? There were no games coming out of that. It was basically Neverwinter Nights 2, which was the last one, and then there was nothing. And then this resurgence came like last year and the last couple of years with Pillars of Eternity, Wasteland 2, and soon Torment Tides of Numenora or whatever it's called is coming out as well. So it's like these, you know, extremely story-heavy, text-heavy games with limited voice acting that, you know, you can make interesting choices with interesting characters and enormous stories and stuff like that. And they've come back. They were dead for a while, and now they come back. So hopefully RTS can make a similar comeback. I'm just waiting for that to happen.
I think that the sort of I don't think the problem is the lack of interest in the genre like that, because I mean, just look at, you know, Warcraft 3 and the success that followed. I mean, Warcraft 3 basically spawned like 5 other big games or so with like Dota and
TD and the things
yeah,
like that.
tower defense, stuff like that. You know, it became sort of a benchmark of RTS, and surely another good RTS would invoke similar kind of things, don't you think? Or maybe, do you think that maybe the Warcraft 3 made it so that RTS has played out its role short term?
I don't think it played out its role, but I think things like MOBAs and stuff like that kind of took over some part of it. Mostly, I think that's mostly due to like casual RTS or things that are
I think you can attack now, by the way.
Or casual. Yeah, I'm just waiting for like just a few more men. Plus, I'm a bit scared of moving out from here.
Yeah, but I mean, I think you're pretty good at this point.
Yeah, you're probably right. But I'm more like casual RTS, like Age of Empires, kind of self-died by some of them being a bit poor. Like Age of Empires 3 is not as good of a game as Age of Empires 2.
Yeah.
Empire Earth kind of went and killed itself for whatever reason. Same thing with Red Alert, Command & Conquer. All of those made poor iterations of itself, which kind of caused people to lose interest in it.
Yeah, the whole franchise.
So those were games like you didn't need to be, you know, competitive to play. And left was basically StarCraft 2, which was the only RTS that, or, you know, the StarCraft franchise.
Yeah.
And they are so heavily competitive focused that.
Yeah, I mean, they were made for esports.
They're intimidating to just play on a regular basis, like just to have fun. You don't play StarCraft 2 just to have fun. And the problem is then that, you know, right now, due to that, people have replaced the eagerness to play RTS with things like MOBA, which you know, while they're also competitive, you only control one character. Sure, you need to learn a ton of things in order to be good at it, but it's not nearly the same kind of stress level to even play competitively. So even people who are not all too interested in it. Or
oh goodness, Raynor
is dead. Come on, Raynor.
On his way anyway.
See, this is why I don't. This is why I don't play online.
Yeah, no, but I agree. It's StarCraft 2 was definitely made for esports and that whole thing, and there's nothing really wrong with that per se.
Whatever it is, it
But
ain't natural.
oh no, the command center is infested. Yes. It's sort of obvious at this point. It's, you know, the story, a lot of this story, by the way, reminds me a lot about Warcraft 3 and stuff like that with the undead. It's sort of, Warcraft 3, in a lot of ways, is a bit of a copy-paste with the Zerg and compared to the undead. Oh, what is this? Goliaths?
Yeah,
we didn't have any Goliaths.
No, we
Receiving
didn't.
incoming transmission.
Ah, okay, this is...
Maybe that's Confederate troops.
Yeah, this is
By
Duke.
destroying a vital Confederate installation, you and
Yeah,
your
so
men
we've broken
have
against
violated
Confederate law.
standing
Oh,
colonial
come
law.
on. Did you see the thing?
As of right now, you're all under arrest. I suggest
No, but it's a setup,
you
man.
throw
It's a setup.
down your weapons and come peaceably.
It's always been.
Are you out of your
Peaceably.
mind? If we
Oh,
had
wow,
burned that
this is
damn
cool.
factory, this entire
Oh,
colony
they made their own.
This is really
would
cool.
have taken your
Yeah.
sweet time in getting here.
Now, I asked you
His
nice
mouth is
the
moving, but
first
that's
time
fine.
you go down. I didn't come here to talk with you.
Yeah.
Now throw
Oh,
down
cool.
them weapons.
Guess you
We
wouldn't
didn't
be a
have
Confederate
that many
if you
years,
weren't
did
a
we?
complete
Maybe we did.
genius.
Maybe we didn't. Maybe we did.
What's that in the background? Jogging towards us.
Soldiers, extra soldiers, maybe.
Uh,
Yeah. Backwater station. So I think that's yeah, pretty much showing what this mod has to offer. Plus, there's like a ton more missions. What is this? Like 68 maps?
yeah, I'd love
Something.
to play more of this, really.
Like every single mission in the game is in this mod.
HD.
Yeah, and now we are loading back to the main menu, and you can even if you don't want to play them right now we have so we can play them through like the game was intended to be. We can also do here unlock all the missions.
Essentially
you can go in
cheat.
here and
Just
yeah,
play,
so maybe you want to skip everything. Maybe watch the cinematics and then play the Invasion of Ire, for example, or Sons of Ire, as it's more common, right?
Sons of Ire. Yes, that's it.
Yeah, so you could just start the Invasion of Ire if you wanted to.
Oh.
And just jump into
Can we
the
just
endgame.
look at what is this? Now we just picked a mission out of our
Yes,
out
we
of the
did.
blue.
Yes, we did.
Is this one of the more difficult end ones?
Yeah, this is the second to last mission
Oh.
for the Zerg campaign, or the first Zerg campaign.
Ah, okay, the Zerg campaign. Okay, and who are we? Are we?
We're probably Kerrigan,
Are we?
or the Overmind, or whatever. Oh
My
yeah.
children, the hour of our victory.
Ah, the Overmind. Why is it Overmind?
Is it? I don't know.
I don't remember his name.
Surely if it calls you my children.
Shall we be the
Like he had a name. It's pretty cool.
I think it has to be, but I don't remember the Overmind talking. But maybe I'm.
before I can be made manifest upon this
Yeah, be manifest.
Or is it
upon-
Overbrained? No, it can't be Overbrained. That's so stupid in all ways.
I mean, Overmind is the name, but do you mean that there was another thing?
No. I was just thinking, is Overmind the name of
Yeah,
the
it is,
character,
it
or
is.
is it
The
something
Overmind.
else?
Or, damn it, now I'm unsure too.
As if
But
I cause.
you cause uncertainty.
Yes,
You're
I do. And he keeps talking,
like
but
Great
we were
Britain.
just going to get into the actual mission. So if the game does not mind, the cinematics and stuff like this is really cool, and you can't skip it. So
Okay, well,
I suppose we are watching through this forest here. I didn't know
Ooh.
Ire looked like this.
and this is very nice with the music and everything. Is that?
It sounds more like Halo
Yeah.
for some reason.
Is this how
Yeah,
it used to be?
the shadows are bugging out
Yeah, but it's fine.
at times.
Is this how it used to be in the original? I don't.
I don't recall this.
No, me neither. But if they've made some artistic, freedom improvements, then
That's fine too.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, that was a sort of
So
bizarre.
if you
intro.
want to, you can get into like the last mission here, and you have all this hieroglyphs. Oh, the sounds!
Yeah.
Like the Zergs were so nasty. I was going to say.
Yeah,
but-
they were really nasty. They were like barfing all the time.
Yeah, and making all these sounds like taking on like you're making this one.
Ugh. That it really creeps on your skin almost. It's sort of a. That's really infestation stuff.
Yes, and you can do like maybe we should make a creep colony, or maybe we should make it one of the big ones instead. For example, we make a new one of these.
Spawning pool?
We already have one. But more like you can see the creature in the back, and then everything is dark and stuff, and you have these sounds that come out. All of it is really
Skin
creepy.
crawling,
Plus,
yeah.
the music for the Zerg, the themes of the Zerg is kind of reminiscent of that as well. If you listen to Zerg 1, I'm a total nerd. I know the names of them.
Yeah.
And like there's all these kind of sounds in the background and everything, so it's very atmospheric in that way. So yeah, that's what's just basically the showcase. Yes, you can play any mission you want at any point, in case you want to play one specific ones, and you maybe want to skip the initial ones where you don't have that much of a challenge. But though
well, we did have a bit of a challenge, though.
We did, and now you, for some reason, got back to the main menu of StarCraft 2. So I suppose that's the end.
Oh well.
The mod is available if you just Google search for StarCraft 2 Mass Recall, or we could just put it in the description below.
We could, if you're nice, then we can. Which means that if we put it, then you are nice, and
Yes.
essentially we're giving you a compliment.
Yes. So if we have put it in the description, it means you're nice and we like you.